Hey guys, Bird Yugioh here, coming at you with yet another deck profile for Shaddolls. This is, again, another budget deck for my top 10 budget decks of this format. This version is a little bit different because I have done, heck, by now probably like 4 or 5 different Shaddoll decks. So I changed things up a little bit with this one. I think it has some great power and great potential. So yeah, let's get right into it. Make sure you guys are subscribed so you don't miss any of the decks coming up. We're starting off with the best new Shaddoll card. Re-Shaddoll Wendy. Really, really good. I'm going to just kind of do a basic overview of the cards, not go too in depth, just since I have so many deck profiles for Shaddoll already on my channel. But this one, Flip Effect, you'll be able to special summon a Shaddoll monster from your deck in face-up or face-down defense position. And then if it's sent to the graveyard by a card effect, so like Fusion Summoning is most of the time you're going to get it to the graveyard, you can special summon a Shaddoll monster from your deck in face-down defense position. So 2 really good effects that always come up and are always good. Next card we play 3 of is Squamata. Its flip effect is you can target a monster on the field and destroy it, which is pretty good. But then its main effect is if it's sent to the graveyard, you can send 1 Shaddoll card from your deck to the graveyard. So again, you can get off, Wendy's effect or whoever else's effect that you want to get off. Squamata just kind of gets your engine going. And then we play 2 Hedgehog. Hedgehog is flip effect. You can add a Shaddoll spell and trap from your deck to your hand. And then if it's sent to the graveyard, you can add a Shaddoll monster from your deck to your hand. So again, 2 very good effects. I didn't quite want to go max out on him. I think 2 is plenty. You can always get his effects off, basically off of Squamata or Wendy, get him on the field or get him to the grave. So just 2 of him, and then your draw power is Shaddoll Beast. Just need 1 of them. Flip effect is you draw 2, discard 1, which is good for obviously all of their effects as well. And then if it's just sent to the graveyard, you can draw 1. So again, just really good draw power. Dragon, just 1 Shaddoll Dragon. Flip effect is you can target a card your opponent controls and return to the hand. And if it's sent to the graveyard, you just target a spell and trap on the field and destroy it. That's most of the time what you're going to be using it for. And then 1 Falco. Falco is kind of your floater. If it's flipped, you can target a Shaddoll monster in your graveyard and special summon it in face-down defense position. And then if it's sent to the graveyard, you can special summon this card in face-down defense position. So pretty cool to kind of just keep him always on board. And then the last Shaddoll monster we play is Ariel. Ariel does come up especially in this version that we're playing. You'll see why. Flip effect, you can target one of your banished Shaddoll monsters and special summon it. Which that's the main effect you'll be using. That's why we only play 1 of it, because you kind of want to get that flip effect off. But if it is sent to the graveyard, you can target up to 3 cards in either player's graveyard and banish them. So that comes up every now and then. That's it for the Shaddoll monsters. For kind of the main normal summon is going to be Mathematician. You just normal summon it, and you can send any level 4 or lower, so not beast, but any level 4 or lower monster from your deck to your graveyard. And we actually have even more targets than these to send. I'll get to those. And then same with Armageddon Knight. Send any of your dark ones, so not Wendy or Ariel, but Squamata is a nice one to send off of this. And again, I have another card that you can use this for, so you get even more advantage out of him. Very, very good card. And then the kind of standard Performage Engine, Damage Juggler. You can banish that from your grave to add either a Trick Clown or a Hat Tricker to your hand. Hat Tricker is just a free body. On board it is Earth type. You just special summon it from your hand if there are 2 or more monsters on the field. And then Trick Clown, if it's sent to the graveyard, you can then summon it back with 0 attack, 0 defense, and you take 1,000 damage. But really good. He's especially good for going into like your Construct, because he's a light. So just really good extender cards, and it gives you the ability of going into rank 4s, because they're all level 4. So, and then a really cool engine that I added in here for quite a few reasons, but it's a small little hero engine. So I'm doing 3 Vision Hero Vion, and 2 Shadow Mist. So by the end of this video, you should know why we're playing these. But basically, you're going to use Vion to send Shadow Mist. Shadow Mist will then be able to add you another Vion. And then you'll be able to use Vion's effect to banish Shadow Mist from the graveyard to then add a polymerization. So this deck just really, really likes to fusion summon. So just getting an easy, free polymerization to your hand is really nice. And then also, this gives you the ability to play Darklaw because they're all darks. And then if you happen to special summon Shadow Mist, you can add a Mass Change, which we play Mass Change 2. So, yeah, really nice to end on like a Winda and a Darklaw. That's absolutely amazing. So yeah, I thought this was just kind of a cool engine to play. Like I said, you want to see obviously monsters in your hand, but you also have to see some type of way of fusion summoning. So yeah, try it out. It's actually a really fun, really cool engine. So that is it for the monsters. For the spells, best one of course is Shaddoll Fusion. It's your way of fusion summoning, and then if your opponent does control a monster that was special summoned from the extra deck, you can fusion summon using monsters from your deck as the material. So that's why it's so good. So definitely play that at 3. And we also play the quick play L Shaddoll Fusion. Definitely 3 of that. Again, it's a quick play, so you can use it, to fuse away during the battle phase some of your Shaddoll monsters to just get even more damage on board. Really, really cool. And then, for obvious reasons, we're playing 3 Super Polymerization. It's an absolutely amazing card. No reason not to play it in a fusion-based deck like this. And then I'm even going with 3 Mass Change 2. So we have 2 targets. Well, basically 2 Darklaws is what we play in the extra deck. So I felt 3 was good just so you can maximize on your opportunity to see it. Because Darklaw is actually extremely good this format. And then 2 Polymerization. We played 3 Vion and 2 Shadow Mist, so I felt 2 Polymerization was definitely fine, and you could still obviously use these to fuse into any of your Shaddoll monsters. So Polymerization is usually pretty good to have in your hand. And then we play 3 Allure of Darkness. We have a lot of dark targets with the hero engine that we play and all the Shaddoll monsters, or most of the Shaddoll monsters. So this becomes a really good draw power for the deck. And then we got Pot of Avarice. Your hopes are you have the graveyard at least a few monsters in there after first turn. So second turn, this will usually become active and just a free draw too. Monster Reborn, same kind of idea, just free extenders, just monsters on the board. And then Foolish Burial, send whatever you need to the graveyard. Any of your, you can even send Shadow Mist, but usually you're going to be sending like your Squamata or, of course, your Wendy. And then for the traps, played 2 Resh Shaddoll Incarnation. This has a couple really good effects. You can target a Shaddoll monster in your graveyard, special summon it in face down defense position or face up defense position. Then you can banish this card and 1 Shaddoll card from your graveyard. And then you can change a face down monster you control to face up to get off their flip effects. That's really nice. And then you can change a face up monster you control to face down. Again, kind of same reason to just kind of, if they're in attack position, flipping them to face down is really nice. And then just the 1 Shaddoll core, just again like another extender, basically another Shaddoll monster. Also another way for you to get Shaddoll spell and traps back to your hand if it's sent to the graveyard. So that is the main deck. Really fun. I really like that hero engine in it. It's pretty cool. And then for the extra deck, 2 Winda. You could potentially even play 3 because you have so many darks that getting this on board is really nice. And then its main effect, so it cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects. And then each player can only special summon once per turn while this card is face up on the field. So that is really nice. 2 Construct. again, especially with our Perform Mage engine, it's super easy to get a construct out. And this card, if it battles a special summon monster, you just destroy it. So it's really good at the start of the damage step. So nice card to have. App Cologne just requires 2 Shaddoll monsters with different attributes. And then if this card is special summoned, you can target 1 card on the field and negate its effects. And then if it's sent to the graveyard, just like all of these guys, you can add a Shaddoll card from your deck or your graveyard to your hand. Then you discard a card. Really nice. So he's good to get out there sometimes. And then we have a Shekinaga. This, when a special summon monster activates its effect while you have a Shaddoll card in your hand, you can negate the activation and destroy it, and then send that Shaddoll card to your graveyard. So really good effects. You'll be able to get a lot of effects off from that card. And then Grista. That's mostly there against like the Salamander Gate matchup. It's really nice. When your opponent would special summon a monster, if you have a Shaddoll card in your hand, you can negate the summon and then send that Shaddoll card. So that is really nice as well. So, and then for the other fusions we of course play the 2 Darklaw. Again, if you end on like Darklaw and El Shaddoll Winda, that's super good. Your opponent's gonna usually have trouble getting past that board. Darklaw is just absolutely amazing, so try it out. You guys might like it, the mass change second. And then our super polymerization targets are Starving Venom, comes up, just needs 2 dark monsters. And then a Mud Dragon is the one I'm choosing. Just 2 monsters of the same attribute but different types. And then for our links, Shaddoll Construct. Again, just another way of getting to your fusions is kind of ideal. Cross Sheep becomes really cool in this deck because if you have, say, a Shadow Mist in your grave, then you can make a Cross Sheep and then fusion summon, and then when you fusion summon to a zone, you can then special summon Shadow Mist to add that mass change to hand from your deck to your hand. So that's kind of cool. But then again, you can also use it to special summon back any of your Shaddoll cards as well. So very good card. And then the last one is Gravity Controller for the links. You play a lot of fusions, and your super poly targets and whatnot. So just being able to take like a wimpy Mud Dragon and going into a Gravity Controller to get rid of a problem monster is sometimes nice. And then we do play a rank 4, just a Abyss Dweller. It's just another really good card to kind of end on going first, especially this format. So I went with the Abyss Dweller. So that is the deck, guys. Again, it's just kind of a different take on Shaddolls. Obviously, your main goal is to get to some of these fusion spells and then just get into some of your fusions as quickly as you can. So yeah, check it out, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.